Hey girls and others, welcome back to Miss Megalodon's Chatterbox. I'm Miss Megalodon, and this is Miss Megalodon's weekly recap, where we go over my favorite videos, food, music, and other stuff from the week. So this week would be December 21st, which is Saturday, through December 27th. And this week's notable mentions include 4 videos, 5 music features, 5 foods, and 1 question. Let's just get started with the videos. The first one was quite a shock when I first saw it on Christmas Day. But yeah, Slushy Noob's taking a little break for the holiday and just to spend time with their family. I'm pretty happy for them. That sounds great. You know, they've been putting in the work, and I'm just looking forward to seeing whatever they cook up when they come back. Moving on to my second feature, which is we're revisiting our friends from TikTok Live, the Chinese lesbian idols. Yes, ma'am. They had a Christmas special. I think it was Christmas Eve for us here in the United States. I don't know, it may have been Christmas Day at that point in China. But yeah, Leon, who normally wears a suit or more masculine clothing, she put on a dress, and I was like, oh, so she dressed up for Christmas. I learned that you can actually translate the live chat, so I can actually see what people are saying now, because I'm really not good at reading Mandarin. And sometimes they say dirty things, so I wasn't really prepared for that. I thought everyone was just laughing and enjoying the live show and chatting amongst themselves in a safer work way. I didn't realize it was something else. And yeah, I figured out that Emma, my girl Emma, is actually the MC now, probably for good. And I was like, because I even asked her, I was like, why, Emma, why are you the MC now? And she was like, because the company needs MC. I'm MC because the company need MC. I was like, okay, all right, that heard. It makes sense. So, and then she was like, oh, send me a TikTok universe and then I'll dance. And I was like, yeah, maybe not, because I don't want to put my card information to TikTok. Another cool thing I saw this week was this hair art by Nanami Hair on Instagram. It looks like she's a Japanese hair artist, and I just saw this YouTube short, and I was like, wow. The girl who posted the short was calling it cyberpunk anime hair, but it kind of is also reminding me of 90s punk hairstyles, or just hairstyles from the 90s that black women were doing. And yeah, I don't know, I really like it. I'm really enjoying the textures that are going on. I like the stars. I like the braided textures and layering and details. I think it's really cool. And it kind of reminded me of a little hairstyle I had done a couple months ago. It was not nearly as complicated or as good. I'm not trying to say that, but yeah, I don't know. Now that I'm growing my hair out black and I'm not bleaching and dyeing it anymore, I've got to figure out different ways to make it look interesting, So I think diving into braids and spiky and gel and just accessorizing could be a really fun endeavor for 2025 and beyond. And then the fourth video, now I was just thinking of this girl because I don't know, she just came to mind. There's no real reason. I was just thinking about her and how she's been doing, and because I remember she posted these videos back in the day, and they kind of went viral, but then she deleted them, and she deleted her channel, and she kind of went off the grid for a while. I guess she just went silent, and nobody knew where she went, and everybody was like, well, that's kind of what she wanted, because she was wanting to run away to France and leave everything behind. So yeah, I just remember this girl, her name Sharbalakwa. I don't know how to say her name, but she was one of the first kind of manic white girls I had seen on the internet. It was just like, I think I was between the ages of 16 to 18 at the time too, and I was wanting to leave home as well, and it was like in the Emma Chamberlain road trip vlog era, and like Cara Delevingne Paper Towns era. And yeah, I was just like, seeing this girl just do what she said she was going to do in her video, pick up, shave her head, and go to France, was really, really intriguing to me, and I think a lot of other people. And specifically in this video with her orange pants, she's talking about like, oh, I'm tired of consuming media. I'm just consuming culture, but I want to create culture. And I think I would say she definitely created an impact on me and a lot of other people. 5 or 6 years later, she actually did re-upload the videos to her actual channel, and I was like, oh wow, like I never really expected her to come back. I guess watching the videos back now with a little bit more insight, she just seems very, and I'm no psychologist, obviously. I'm not an expert, and I don't want to play doctor either, but just the word manic and like the word mania does come to mind a lot when I rewatched the video with her in her orange pants. I don't know. I mean, the video is so relatable, I think, as well, especially as like a young teen girl. Seeing her dress up and run away was really awe-inspiring, honestly. But speaking of her, like, going back to her channel a little bit, there was this third video that I had never seen called she called Waiting, and it looks like she uploaded it like 2 years ago. There's not as many views compared to the other videos, obviously. But yeah, this one was just basically her talking about she's feeling depressed in this video, and she's waiting for a train, just like feels like she's gonna cease to exist soon, and she's just not sure where her life is gonna take her, and how she's not sure what her purpose is or what she's gonna do, or da-da-da. But it seems like she was maybe taking a trip, like I don't know, she's taking a train either back home or somewhere else, obviously in Europe or UK. I'm sorry, I don't know what's really the difference. What this had me thinking, and it's not something that I had thought about before, obviously as a teenager, but this girl Char has an accent. Like, I want to say, like, she's, again, I'm very not good at distinguishing between European countries and whatnot, but I want to say she has like an English accent. I don't know where in England she could be from, or a British accent, or if she's from London or anything, but I was just thinking, like, if she is from London, like, if she is in Europe, like, Europe's a lot smaller than the US is, and it wouldn't be as, I want to say, far of a ride from the US to France than, like, for example, London to France, or like London to Paris. And I was like, like, maybe I was kind of romanticizing this idea a little bit and giving her a little bit more credit than she really needed, because yeah, like, the flight from or is it a train even? I don't even know. A train ride from London to Paris is only 2 hours and 16 minutes, and it's like a 30 something dollar ticket, or 30 euro ticket. So, like, I'm just saying, if an American teen were to have left everything behind and run away to Paris to be homeless, versus an English girl doing the same thing, it's not as far of a journey. And that's just something that I hadn't considered up until now. But yeah, no hate to her, I'm just saying. Moving on to music. Yeah, Brat Brat CD. One of my gifts that my boyfriend got me was Brat on CD, and I listened to it. It was pretty good. I kind of thought the CD was actually going to be green itself, but maybe that would just be too predictable. I don't know. But yeah, there wasn't any bonus tracks on there, so I guess I wasn't really expecting there to be. I just was curious if there was, and there's not. And then, yeah, this is actually something I saw on TikTok the other day. I saw someone was, like, using the sound for Money Machine, and just, like, the album cover art, like, was on the screen, and I was like, man, like, I haven't actually sat here and looked at this album cover for 100 Gecs in a long time, actually. So if we could all, take a moment and just take it all in. Like, this is just so 2019 to me. Just, like, the way that they're facing the tree, and just, like, the red stripe undershirt, like, long sleeve under the black oversized shirt. And yeah, I don't know, just the whole thing. And then, on that same note, anytime I think of 100 Gecs, even though it's not really the same music, it's not the same type of music at all, I think of Rex Orange County and his albums, and just So Far So Good, and his album Apricot Princess, and like Best Friend was on repeat for me for a while when I was just graduating high school. And yeah, I don't know, but I will say I wasn't very invested in Rex and his relationship or anything like that. Like, I really don't even know what his ex-girlfriend's name is. I don't even really know if Rex's name is really Rex. But whenever I heard that they broke up, because I knew that Apricot Princess was, like, about his girlfriend, and he called her Apricot Princess. But yeah, I was completely shocked when they broke up. And honestly, I couldn't even listen to the album for a while. Like, I felt like it just wasn't right. Like, it wasn't authentic anymore. Like, it not cheapened it, but just, like, I couldn't. I didn't believe it anymore. And yeah, another song that's been on repeat for me this week, which was kind of random, actually, was Killer Queen by Queen. And I will say, it's just a good old song. Nothing more to add. And yeah, Millennium, I did say I was going to listen to it last week, but with the holidays and everything, I totally forgot, and I did not listen to Millennium this week. But I will this next week. Honestly, the whole, like, Wednesday off holidays thing, like, because we had Wednesday off for Christmas Day, and then I'm going to have Wednesday off again for New Year's Day, like, this coming week. Like, it's kind of screwing me up, but I'm resilient. I'm going to bounce back, and I won't let these holidays throw me off. But yeah, I'll come back next week. I'll let you guys know. Let me know what you guys think. I did listen to Summer 2000 Baby, because I think that was, like, the single that they had released, and it was, like, it was alright. It didn't stick to me like, oh, this is my favorite, definitely my favorite one. Like, I definitely have to give the whole album a chance more, but let me know if you've listened to it yet. I'd be curious your thoughts. Moving on to food. The big oyster mushrooms from last week were so freaking gross, man. I made a soup with them. Like I said, I was gonna make that mushroom, like, chowder soup, and I don't know what it was, like, if it was, like, the dirt that they were grown in, or the strain of mushroom, or what, but it was just not good. I did not like the flavor. It was all-consuming, and I added so many in that I can't just, like, pick around it, or filter it out or anything, so it totally ruined my soup, which is a bummer. But what wasn't a bummer was a Christmas dinner. And this year's Christmas dinner, I kept it a little small. I didn't cook too much. Thanksgiving, I definitely made a lot more. But I just made some good old mashed potatoes. I used white potatoes. A lot of people use, like, Yukon Gold or russet potatoes. But I actually find that, like, the white potatoes are a little bit more fluffy, like, less dense than the other ones, but that's just me. And then I also made some green bean casserole, controversial to some, but delicious to me. And my boyfriend actually made this like corn casserole or like corn pudding thing. And that was really good too. So highly recommend adding the corn pudding to your roster if that's like your thing, if it's not already. Another food I really liked this week was my canned lychee. I definitely want to make a trip to the Asian store during like the summer, or I don't really know when lychee season is or when they would be getting good shipments in. But yeah, I want to try fresh lychee again someday. I've had it once in my life. I always just have the canned stuff, but man, I gotta get some actual lychee again someday. Like I was like a kid last time I tried it. I also want to get like a perfume that smells like lychee as well. I don't know if it's kind of one of those more trendy, basic scents right now in the whole fragrance world, but I don't care, man. I'm not even in the fragrance world right now, so maybe it'll be my introduction. And then, yeah, have you guys ever tried Cento marinated artichoke hearts? If you have, do you agree that they're really good? Because I think they're really good. And I just wish they came in a bigger jar. Like, they only sell these little tiny jars, and man, I gotta get I want like a whole can of them, or like a big, huge mega jar of it. But yeah, they're just so good. And it's made me want to try like the jarred marinated asparagus. I saw a girl eating it on TikTok and she made it look pretty tasty. And then I also want to try like heart of palm. I know that was kind of trending maybe like last year, but I never tried it, so it just looks like it might be good after you like flavor it or something. And then the last one I think is my boba milk tea jelly beans. I found these at Five Below and I got them as gifts for some people for Christmas, and they're pretty good. I like the taro one, the matcha one, and the strawberry one, but the mango one I can kind of do without. I'm kind of picky about my mango candy. And then honestly, the Thai milk tea, I liked it at first, but then it started tasting a little bit too much like the Bean Boozle beans, like the yucky ones, so I probably won't be eating the rest of those. And then finally, the question of the week is, what was so funny? Like, what was this girl gonna say? Because, like, I was really not laughing back then. I'm still not laughing now. I don't like when people make jokes about Asian people, especially when I don't really know if this girl's Asian or not. I don't even like when Asians do it, because it's like, come on, man, don't make it normal. Don't. Yeah. On that note, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let me know what you thought about any of this stuff. If you know what that girl was trying to say, because, I mean, I don't ever think that she followed up, but, let me know. Thank you so much again, and, I don't know. Did you see any of this stuff? What'd you guys get for Christmas? Get anything good? Let me know. See you next week. Bye-bye.